Should we start? So I welcome you again. A deeper understanding that we are talking about on what is meditation. There are so many techniques of meditation in the market, so many gurus, everyone teaching. And normal mind can wonder what is meditation. Let's talk a little bit about it. And in this context, you will understand what practices you are doing and how it will support you. Like classically speaking, if you have listened to Krishnamurti, Osho, Guru, Krishna, and many people talking about meditation and its final experiences. So classically, if you listen to the Krishna, when observer is observed, when knower is known, when two become one, many kind of this way, or a witness, an observer which is not concerned at all, witnessing the object. So we get many ideas. Another ideas come in the mind that while you meditate, there should not be any thought in your mind. You should not think about something. Nothing should move. Like mind should be completely still. So this way we have an idea, an expectation when we do some meditation. First of all, we need to understand the difference. Difference is a meditation technique and the meditation is different. Differentiate. Say we are doing yoga, I am doing yoga. It generally you want to convey an idea that some kind of physical movement you do. Doing meditation, you convey an idea, I am practicing a set of exercise. Maybe pranayama, some breathing technique, maybe chanting some mantra, maybe some physical bandhas, complexity. So the technique of meditation can be many. But meditation itself is one. Like leading you to a path of self-discovery and giving you experiences. People come to many kinds of experiences in meditation. Some people experience that I am everybody. There is no difference between me and you, or me and tree, or me and book. They experience this. Some people experience that the whole world is in me. I am it. So many experiences come to me. During any practice of meditation, we come to experience that we have more bodies. Physical body, we have subtle energy body behind it. Or we have causal body, which is taking me to one life to another life, birth and death. Or I have a blissful body, which is parading all over the universe, and I am that. So this way, a lot of ideas people have. These are philosophical way of talking and discussing what is meditation. Let's come to the ground and talk about it. Experiencing, learning exactly what is meditation you want to learn. From where you will begin. What you have, which gives you a sense of idea that we have body, which every animal has. We have mind, that much we are sure about it. We have an ego, that much also we are sure about it. We have intelligence, that much. Yes, we all. So 4 components. In me, I'm not sure whether God is or not, whether Samadhi is or not, whether Kundalini exists or not. You can be doubtful. But you cannot be doubtful that you have a body, you have a mind, you have an ego, and you have intelligence. And what we are doing whole life, we are trying to live a harmony amongst all these components which we say are. And if any conflict arises, we say, I am suffering, I am unhappy, I am in misery. What? Intelligence, not finding the proper direction in life. Maybe in life you can come to a point where you have to really decide about what to do. Like crucial decisions. Your career, marriage, birth, death, at this time. What you need at that time is intelligence, which guides you and gives you direction. And your eye should also be satisfied walking into this direction. If this will not match, you will be in tension, anxiety, you cannot sleep, you don't know what decision to take, because it will affect your whole life. So what is the interaction? Intelligence and not in. Same way, components. Mind. Mind itself, if I say, where is mind? In mind. You cannot feel. They are very subtle organs. So my finger, my thumb, my wrist, very easy to pinpoint. And with a common sense, unless you pinpoint how you can bring changes, if I cannot hold my feet, I cannot say where is my, and I cannot touch it and feel it, how I can bring changes into it. Think about it. Very common sense. So any changes you want to bring within yourself in any of your component body, at yoga we know we can make changes in the body and we are confident about it. Even our body breaks, we are confident about it. We don't go in depression. We go to doctor. How will this do? Why? Because if I say move your left hand right direction, you can do it. Now I say use the faculty of the mind of comprehension and meditate. Where? What you will do? Can you? No. This is the problem. This is the issue where people quarrel about meditation. Okay, now go to your ego structure and change it. Where is your ego? You cannot even hold the mind. And the faculty of the mind. And now I go, okay, Now, hold on to your intelligence and be one pointed to this idea of the mind. Meditate. What you will do. So my guidance to doing meditation or your effort to do meditation, how it's going to work when you cannot even hold the mind. Not even the whole body, at least I can hold the fingers, so I can make changes in mind. So not of the whole mind, but at least the faculty of it. How you will meditate and what you have to do. So one remedy is, and that remedy comes from breathing process, running the body. So people, if we cannot meditate, we cannot do, then we go to yogi or someone and he teaches you some set of breathing exercises. In breathing exercises, you don't go to understand your mind. You are not understanding what meditation. You are following a technique, a set of breathing techniques. We call it the meditation. There is no other way. In the language, we say, you are practicing a set of breathing techniques. We call it meditation. In breathing techniques, your biochemical composition changes. Oxygen in carbon dioxide is changing. And if you really breathe differently, you can influence the mind. So we are not even by this breathing technique. We learn to influence the mind. There is the breathing pattern for calmness, there is the breathing pattern for happiness, there is a breathing pattern for anxiety, there is a breathing pattern for migraine. So each emotions can go through, have a breath, parallel breath pattern. So if you follow the breath pattern, energy produced and influencing the mind, which is higher. It's higher. It is the mind which controls the energy. But via energy, we can influence. Same with the body postures, we can influence by yoga, proper activity. So we are learning to influence the mind, and certain state of mind you like it. Then you repeat the meditation technique. But it's a technique. It's not meditation. You are not understanding meditation. You are not growing in intelligence. Understanding is not coming. You are learning to influence. And then you learn, you do more. You think, I did 10 minutes of pranayama, I become so calm. So I should do 20 minutes, become more calm. Then I should do 30 minutes. And body starts to become immune. Like if you run first day 1 kilometer, you feel different. After some time, 1 kilometer, you will have it. Same with pranayama. Biochemical composition has a limit to change. So what we learn all the way we have been learning meditation technique is influencing the mind. What if you start to pick up the mind exactly like the body? Then mind is under your control. And according to a meditator or a yogi, mind must be under the control of the ego. And ego must be under the control of the intelligence. Your intelligence should know which idea to have to make part of your ego system, and which idea to know. Who decides? Your intelligence decides. We come to this retreat. Who decides? Intelligence. It was the intelligence which finally took the decision to come to the retreat. Mind was giving me a lot of other ideas. You can do this, you can do that. So the job of the mind is to produce to you this kind of a salesman. You just ask one thing and then 10 minutes to produce to you. One of the functions is possible this to represent to you different options so you feel rich. When you feel rich, then you have many options. And in that options, you can choose one option. You feel I am rich and life is under my control. If there is no option, you feel helpless and ecosystem starts to go down. And you start to feel helpless, victimization. I know I have no choices. I have to do that. So to save you from this kind of feeling, life is under your control and you have multiple options. So what Airtel will, he will take the same money but create so many schemes that you are fully confused and you must consult an executive. Which plan I should buy? Multiple choices to the customers. Customers think I am very rich. Just a psychological selling thing. That one plan and almost all the companies are the same. But they will create 100 varieties. And you choose anyone, finally you are at the same place. But because you consult it, you have multiple choices. So what we want is a simple ecosystem. To the mind, we need multiple choices. If you don't, you get psychological sickness arises. If you don't have multiple choices. Depression comes. Only to save you and give you a feeling of which they represent. You go to the shop, you have to buy one. But you try to go to that shop, you wear 1,000 t-shirts. You feel rich, multiple choices. And life is unlimited. And that is the richness. With this faculty, mind produces movies, creative ideas, paintings, evolution, innovation, renovation, alternative thinking, alternative medicines, all coming because this is the faculty. You give it one idea and it will start combination, exploration, visualization, imagination, and it will keep on working. You say, my mind not stopping. I sit in meditation and it keeps on thinking about my project. You have information, you have asked the mind to do so. So mind is continuing. Your every desire, idea, becomes a command to the mind to function. It starts to function. So this is one of the function attributed. But I'm talking about mind so much because it's the mind which binds us, which gives us all the feelings of it. And it is the mind which liberates us. Both. His job is both. And consciousness, God, Chetana, is just word. We are, if you are not 100% sure, you will be shaky always. Shaky. There will be no ground. So what Patanjali did, Maharshi Patanjali, he says Chetana people not know. But in Chetana connected to mind, consciousness connected to mind, you can grasp the mind. Modifications of mind. Oh, I am thinking. Oh, I am dreaming. Oh, I am not present. Oh, I am fast asleep. I was. So if you study not consciousness, but study the consciousness in relation to mind. And through the mind, you are getting the idea of consciousness, even if you don't experience in the pure way. So in meditation, if we learn something, pinpoint the mind exactly like this, then everything is in the hands. And how to do it? That's where we are learning. We are learning in the morning. That's where the technique is coming. This is a technique. It's not meditation. Meditation word is different, but if we go to Hindi word, dhyan, that's appropriate. Meditation is not much appropriate, but dhyan is very much. Dhyan, if you understand, means it's giving attention. Giving attention. Something going wrong in the body, dhyan, attention. The first thing in meditation is attention. But attention where? To your mind. Now mind. Be attentive to the feeling, energy arising at the center of your body. Very easy to guide. Very easy to follow. At the moment we say mind, now nobody knows what to do. Where to focus? Locating the mind, what we can do, mind will function, move with attaching the sense organs. Without it, mind cannot function and remain inert, connected to only things like lungs, heartbeat, what is needed, digestion of food, secretion of hormones, a sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system, exactly what is needed to be alive. That much it will function to support the body to be alive. Otherwise, its functioning is to attaching with the sense. So, being attentive and where to put attention is the first thing to learn. And locating the mind. So the attaching the sensor. So what is simple system? Mind, I have body. I relate to. So when I'm relating to you, you are environment and me, excluding all. Here, my mind with my sense attached, going to, and bringing information. And mind is processing it. So this one, for me, my boundary if I move out to you, I'm moving into samsara, and what I am becoming extrovert. Bahimukhi. One function. So I am relating to you using my sense organs, and I can keep on going to infinity in this direction, exploring it. In meditation, we need opposite. Meditation also can happen many ways. This is one of the ways we are learning. So introspect, inside, same sense organs, which is taking me out, same sense organs can take me in. And through this sense organ, I can locate a function of. There I have something to pay attention to pinpoint. So each sense organs are in the middle, connecting you to the world, and you can turn inside to your own sense organs, which are most subtle. And each sense organ, this is their job. So I say, we have heard the name awareness. What we have to mind, body, ego, intelligence. Other things to grow in consciousness, related to consciousness, we have awareness and attention. Nothing else. Only this much we have as an assets to grow, evolve, awaken. All other support we take from the scriptures, from Guru, and follow a technique. Nothing else. People, everybody know meditation has become enlightened. Everybody will confidently do it. If you know Hatha Yoga, you know what to do with it. Slowly we learn it. Because you can read the book and find the instructions. Put the left leg over the right leg. Do hands here, breathe deeply, breathe in, out. There is instructions to follow. And if you do this, consequences are there that your liver will become healthy, or your weight will be lost, or you will fix your lower back or something, whatever the consequence is already given. And then you learn and follow and be determined. Here, people get lost. They start meditation. And after some time, and the ideas about meditation are very romantic. No movement in thought, no bliss and bliss. So many. You become one with God, one dualism. Observer, you watching the flower become you become flower, you become the sun become you become the whole world. To describe about it. Kundalini awakens, each chakra will give you a lot of powers. The romantic ideas we begin because we don't have something rational, concrete. All just ideas. So have control. Understand that none of the components are enemies. None of the problems. Same like fire. If you slap someone intentionally, after that you don't need to cut your hand. Also, components inside, you don't need to destroy it at any cost. Whatsoever right and wrong you have done. Physically, you understand. Same, the components inside, the second body, same like hands, physical. And they give you pain, a lot of pain. Something pinches your ego. Somebody knows there is your ego, tension, pointed. And it's pointed, you react. Otherwise, you cannot point, where is my ego? But if somebody touches it, you and attention. Then attention. So same in the mind. There is a lot of things in the mind. Your mind is already going there to what it's giving you messages. Please give attention. If you close your mind, your eyes, and sit in meditation and give full freedom, what mind will do? It will go in memory, either in past, and go to some points. Or it will build something in the future. Nothing else mind can do. If it will modify in. So on each point it's going, it just says, please give attention. But only attention and awareness. Don't become intelligent to draw conclusions. What we do, the moment mind goes to the point, instead of becoming attentive to that, you start to draw conclusions fast. Some understanding, some conclusion immediately. And your intention to go, not to go, find. So this is a struggle. intelligence. Mind will start to process and give you options, and it will continue until intelligence gives it. If you give any task to them, any idea, where is Rishikesh? Mind will go through options wherever you are. It could be in the north, it could be in the south, it could be west, east, India, Japan, and keep on searching and pointing with multiple options, trying to come to one option. Until intelligence will say, yes, this is the right answer. Then mind stops. For that task. For another task, it will continue. To stop the mind without intelligence, you cannot stop it. Ego can command it. Ego can give a command to mind to function. I want to do yoga disciplines, teaching. What you did, ego, desire, it commanded the mind. You did the command. Now, mind is busy. Google and ChatGPT, friends, starts to collect informations. You commanded, mind functions. Now, you have commanded, and after giving command, you say, I want to sit. It's not possible. You already given command to function, and then you say, now I want to sit in meditation. Now you say, my mind is not moving when I'm sitting in meditation. What to do about it? It's the intelligence will say, yes, I will refute the idea, I don't want it. It stops. Or give a decision that I will, in July or in August, this is be determined. So this is intelligence, which decides and determines, ascertains. That mind stops. Ego is nothing. Ego just ideas. They have desires. They want to be the great magician in this mind. Basically, find out how many instruments there are, who is selling it, who is teaching it, what. Mind busy. Ego just loves to give command. Everybody is separate. Keep on giving command. But here, that's why this state of living, this style of living, the sages see that this style of living is a sleep style. You are sleeping. And in sleep, you are not aware of what you are doing, but you keep on doing something. So this style of this lifestyle, the sages, is asleep. Why? They say asleep. You are not enlightened. So you need to be enlightened. Means awaken your intelligence and give it a role. You are living life without intelligence, and mind is busy 24 hours in all the direction. Your desires are endless, and each desire you are commanding the mind to function. Some desires are contradictory. Sometimes you say to the mind, go east and west at the same time. This is beyond the nature of mind. Mind cannot be at two places at the same time. Mind can be at one place, either here or here. It cannot be both the places. So this way, this style, lifestyle, is called a sleep style. And that's where comes meditation. To give you, facilitate you, an awakened lifestyle, where you understand the game, Lila. This is not Lila right now. Right now is a very serious matter. So if this lifestyle, which is asleep, there is no Lila in this world for this person. The person is fully enmeshed into it, and anxious, anxiety, emotions, upheavals, going emotional, going through up and down all the time. The moment you start to bring another lifestyle, enlightened lifestyle, means you inviting your intelligence to function, then it's not asleep. Then you sleep. in a common sense. This way you can understand meditation. Not a classical definition to remember, but to understand where meditation comes. Here is this. Then you say what to do. Then we learn first what is happening. This is what observation. So you impartially observe the field. This is the point. Ego giving commands to the mind. Mind is continuously busy. And its impact. In this process, mind can go mind. It cannot listen to the signals of the body. You may become insensitive. You may work 18 hours a day. Don't sleep. And again, some organs of the body you may damage. You may become sick. Your priority is not health. Your priority becomes your career, your money, anything else. Mind, intensified desire will control the body. Body will go to the extreme and then collapse. This situation, this style has to change. This change is the meditation. With proper understanding of this self, knowing exactly what you are doing and knowing exactly what you are doing this.
When I sit with an intention of like no thoughts. And immediately when I sit, first minute it will be okay. And the second minute, like everything comes into the picture. And it becomes like I sat with something and I end up like being more disturbed.
Very nice. Very good experience. But this is very real. She's so honest. You sit in meditation to be thoughtless, you come out more perplexed. My goodness, so much. First, drop the idea that you know meditation. You know some meditation, something to do, you call it meditation techniques. Be very clear, very, very clear, then only you can proceed. And you see that this is my lifestyle. My interconnections of inner organs, intelligence, ego, and mind are not in harmony. I do command my mind to perform all kinds of miracles in my life. I never stop that. And since I am born, this is my job. Do this, do yoga and get 9 cities. Do this, get a bulimia away. Do this, do that, become this. Do this, become millionaire. Just come on. Mind busy. Body is torture. So decide, first deceive them. Unless your intelligence will decide, nothing will change. Decide a certain 100% from the intelligence whether you want to continue this lifestyle or make some changes. The first is called that intelligence comes in the role. It just teach you some breathing technique, you learn to influence, but you never get enlightened. You don't get into the lifestyle of it. Direction is not changing. Decide and conscious decision. And you see how mind is. Yes. You will know through the light of all what's happening. And then you will say it's a lila. Now it's a play. If you become conscious of it and you have control, then it's a play. Play means you are playing football. Football is under your control. Then you say, I'm playing. It's a play. So anything is a play and you're participating in it. You're part of it. You have a role into it. You control it in the situation. Then it's lila. Otherwise, it's anything very serious matter, it's an accident. Otherwise, it feels like accident. Otherwise, life feels like accident. Accidents happening in life. Everything going nice, suddenly everything changing. Things, mind change, food. Then anything can change anywhere you have no control. So life will appear not as a leela, but as a sequence of accidents. This is the decision. Once you decide, you're already the path. Give a role of your intelligence to do something. Not only just commanding your desires to mind. Yes, please.
I heard from now or people who have been able to practice a lot of meditation. So when they go deeper into meditation, they are able to listen into beautiful sounds, music, and sometimes even, I mean, this is their explanation. I have not experienced it at all. Their explanation is that not only you get to hear loud as they call it, loud, but also smell fragrance. Is that the experience?
Well, yes, this is how we sell it.
What is not?
You got it. That's what I'm saying. People who have romantic ideas about meditation and God.
Then what is the what's your objectives to harmonize your self? So through the act of meditation, what is that experience that? Because I mean, you've been practicing it for years. I want to hear from you.
I said the experience of meditation find to me is that God exists in every grain, whatever it is. Every grain, God is existing. Knowledge existing in every element, the same knowledge as it is written in the Vedas or Bible. Authenticity.
Basically, since that is the case, then you are a part of that. That's so being a part of that itself and realization needs to be
No, it's just an experience. Experience in intelligence is only one understanding can change your whole life. One understand how your life is something else. But some changes happening in the body doesn't make so much sense. Today you have a little bit different wrist, tomorrow different wrist. And its capability, 1 kg more you can lift. That much changes. Changes happening in the mind can bring a lot of changes. Just in your mind. An idea can change the whole hormonal system. Hormone secretion system. In your ego identity, you say, I am a businessman. Just one idea. Your whole life, you are selling, doing in business. And one idea now, I'm not a businessman, I'm a painter. One idea, you will drop the whole business and you start a new thing. Your whole life changes just one idea if you adopt it. I am Indian. Very different one. You go tomorrow to America, submit this passport, become American, it will change. In identification, ego, one idea will change. I am Hindu, I am Muslim. Will make a lot of difference. One idea of ego. And imagine intelligence. If a little change, a spark of consciousness for 1 second is enough to change. Oh, the way you think. be just for 1 second. The glimpse.
As you mentioned, what exists everywhere. Could you elaborate that?
No elaboration. So, and so much joy at the time when experiencing this knowledge descending. It's a joy that you cannot give. So knowledge and joy are parallel. You can have only that much quality of knowledge, that much joy, capacity you have to experience this. After that, your heart will stop. You will have nothing. You cannot, no one can bear it. Body cannot bear it. The body will collapse into pieces. You cannot have this experience, even for 1 second. It's more than
mind converts to this body, mind can command the body. Mind, the ego commands mind. And if you go higher in the consciousness, the intelligence commands ego.
one who is higher authority can just bypass. Intelligence can directly come bypassing the ego and mind and come to body. And bypass. But vice versa, no. You can influence, body can influence the mind, but cannot change it. Mind can influence the give options, but cannot change. Ego may influence the intelligence, but cannot change it. It's only the higher ones changes.
Intelligence is the CEO of the company.
Director. Director. Director of the movie.
Who's the producer?
Hmm?
Who's the producer?
Producer is Shakti. Energy. Pranic body. That's energy needed to produce.
Yeah.
Ego is the actor. And sense organs are external force. That much certain, a certain agency that makes things certain. A certain agency is defined with its function. To the function you do. If it is not functioning, you cannot. But if it is functioning, you can sense this is intelligence.
That is the question to intelligence and ego. So how shall we perceive that what is at work? What is working? Intelligence is working.
Intelligence then is trying to ascertain who are you. Intelligence creates ego. More intelligent you are, more ego you will create. That's certain. The job of ego to function forward, it has to create ego. Identity. Like if I am, who am I? Shri Govindra, yoga, spiritual guide, going to. An identity is needed in function.
Can we see that the intelligence also observes what is happening in the ego that happens?
It's happening under intelligence. Intelligence has two ways. Its job is whatsoever is happening. You are CEO. You are not going in the field work. Field work is done by your sense organs. After doing the field work, they come reporting to. They go to the managers. Manager creating all the report and then go to CEO. Final. CEO looks at it and gives a final decision. Wrong. Do it again. You are. Or so this is the intelligence which ascertains the function of I. and which identity is suitable to I, which is not. Child is growing, we ask what you want to become, doctor, engineer. So what we are trying to connect his intelligence to ecosystem so that he can ascertain, give right identity, not wrong. So if intelligence is not proper and it gives wrong ideas, then conflict happens, the role conflict. Then people there. Why comes the role conflict? Everybody thinks I'm a manager. Role conflict. So its intelligence decides identity of the ego.
How can you show that the intelligence functions well?
It's looking good. Intelligence functioning well, your ego definition will be right in facts. Not like you write a poetry to me, and tomorrow you compare yourself with sex. You can dance a little bit, Ashwarya, no, better than me. So this kind of ego formation which doesn't have concrete reality. That's a mistake. Intelligence functioning well means you are ascertaining your role of ego properly. You are ascertaining intelligence. Same intelligence to you.
Intelligence can be improved by knowledge.
Intellectual by study, right school and education, right person, right teachers to teach, intellectual. It's different. But we are calling consciousness, which is beyond more. We have to go beyond intelligence. Dropping that intelligence or going beyond. Beyond intelligence is you find Shakti, not God. You don't find God. You only find the energy of it. Plus pure energy. And it's getting intensified. How you know I'm coming closer to God or in meditation, then this energy will start to become more and more intensified. In such a blissful state that you will die, to which take you to that state. And then it blossoms as strength. And then you see the principles, which is manifested. So that's where people say observer is observer. Whatever you see, you will not be able to discern the difference. Like there will be no difference between this, what you are seeing, and you is the same. You will feel exactly how this is feeling. And this can feel you. I-ness and thisness. There is some. First, it will be clear. Here, we are talking about intelligence. Makes it clear. I-ness and thisness make a difference. And then, when you go beyond intelligence, then it will match. But intelligence will give you to ascertainness. This is I, and this is this. This is I-ness, and this is this. Make a difference first. And then it merges later when you go beyond intelligence, and then energy starts to become intense. And more and more and more and more, the more you do sadhana. You keep on doing whatever your guru has said to you, whatever technique is given. You keep on doing, moving, doing, and energy becomes intensive. And like slowly, 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 one day it will blast. Then you come to experience, observer is observer, non-dualism, oneness.
Last.
It can die. Many people die, almost many people die. Because it's such a shock, you can't bear it. That's about it. Many people, if you have closed, if you have not trained your sadhana before, you are a layman and have not trained your body, mind, components before, exercises has not been done, not properly done, you it's very short. First return. Intelligence. Yeah, intelligence awaken, we know, no? It can, ego is controlled. Ego controlled, mind is controlled. Mind is controlled, sense organs starts to function properly. So intelligence can control this. That's the tool. That's what I'm saying. This is what meditation is all about.
And that will lead to death.
The same Ganga Aarti, Yam ki pyas bujhakar, whoever is coming to die, waiting for her. Rishikesh was made for the people who come and with the idea that they will never go back to this. This is the place people come to die, but die consciously. In some
That's why we make them.
What's the concept of law of attraction? And law of attraction says that whatever the mind wants, you can manifest. That's the concept.
it's a law of attraction. Law of attraction is not a truly electronic. Law of attraction is limiting you to ego and mind system and taking the energy from prana. So you are not going beyond your ego in law of attraction. Are you?
Law of attraction by its logic cannot happen.
No, law of attraction, why not? For the expansion, it's your desire which is making the mind to function, and mind is becoming an instrument to attract. You cannot attract somebody if you don't have the desire for that. Intelligence sleeping. Intelligence sleeping. Intelligence sleeping. That's what I say is that this therapy and healing and these miraculous things, they limit to the ego system. All miracles, howsoever spiritual it appear to, all limited to ego. All limited to ego. So you can be very good yogi with all the miraculous powers, but your intelligence can be sleeping. You may not need God, you will not realize who you, but you can have a lot of powers. Meditation, we say yoga, every means some exercise. That's what I say. Meditation is a set of technique. Whatsoever you call it. Please differentiate technique. They don't say meditation. They give you a meditation, a technique, they call it the meditation technique to follow. Oh my goodness. How? So again, how? Desire, same function. Always you have to be aware. Idea, desire. commanded the mind immediately. Find out how I can awaken the intelligence. Find out.
So I thought I had it.
This is the law. If anything attracts you, I want this. Find out. Command to mind immediately. Find out how to get out. And this is
So this question that Kiri is asking is coming from his ego. That how can I become intelligent?
no, this is the idea of intelligence. That if I know this answer, I can be satisfied. If I know this much, then I can be fully relaxed, satisfied. I have control in me. Let's get it. And how?
After his thought process, I'll just share the exact thought process. He said, religious is speaking here, making these decisions. They, how,
You need to understand how later. How you get it. You have to first, I say, keep attention. Do not judge, just observe the phenomena. Observing the phenomena is what is enlightened living. Just observing the phenomena. Because just observing the phenomena awakens your intelligence.
Phenomenon is the leader. That
Phenomena is any phenomena. Here, 16, 17 people we are gathered. It's a phenomenon. To observe so many people coming from so many directions, dimension, intelligence, different. They all coming, they are making a phenomenon. Transformation happening, meditation happening, people changing, friendship happening, relationship becoming deeper, more understanding coming. It's all together is a phenomenon. Observe. So one is an observer, we learn something just by observing. You don't need to learn anything. You just observe, and this observe without any giving command to the mind. Otherwise, it will jump out in the middle and interfere. So you don't give any command. You just relax and observe. In observe, now this is intelligence. Because you did not give any function to mind. You have nothing to choose for your ego identity. Body doesn't need to function. The body is relaxed. In whatever position it is relaxed. And then this is
fair to say that when intelligence is awakened, then as you observe, the right thing occurs to you. Just happens. You can see the things, and then intelligence will get activated, and you get to know what's right.
yeah, you will see in 1 second everything. This is 1 second is millions of years. Billions of years of your normal mind. Here 1 second, which I am saying here 1 second, comparing to this normal timeline in which we are living, it could be billions of years or millions of years. A moment is different to different. A moment for you, a moment for me is different. We are living in different time zone. Each person lives in one time. Your moment is limited to your perception. Whatever you can see in one, so this is your moment. Whatever you can perceive, this is your moment. Somebody moment can be 1 million years, one moment another billion years. Time is different to different people. We live in different time.
So,
First, pay attention. Attentive to it. And then being attentive to that, that's the technique. So that's where meditation technique begins. to the right point of mind, Niranjan Kriya. Niranjan Kriya. So the fundamental is that sense organ, same sense organ, which is taking me to misery or anywhere. Same sense organ can take me to the source, which I call God or myself. The sense organ has two functions, both. It depends how we are using it. We can use it. So here I'm seeing experiment, experience. Be in your position wherever you are. Look straight. Visual, working on visual, and report the experience later. So here you are seeing in front of you whatever you see. And now I say focus at one point. Choose any object to see. So what you are doing? You are seeing. And then I say you have a periphery open, vision, and I say choose a middle object. Anything you can choose, any object in front of you. Choose and see. And at the same time also see your horizon as much you can see wide. Be there. So at the same time, you are seeing that point and everybody is. You are aware of all which is here. And at the same time, we are looking at one object. So looking at any person, even open eyes, and looking at that person at the same time, be aware of all around. How we understand. You're using the sense of eyes. Seeing one person, at the same time be aware of everyone. But we don't function. One function. Yeah, you see flowers. Keep on looking at the flower. At the same time, be aware of everyone present as much you can see. So open your horizon, peripheral vision, and be focused to one you are choosing. So you say meditative. Sitting in the park, your mind is moving. Now, if you want to stop it within a second, observe like this. Observe like this. Look. You can be in meditation, open eyes, full meditation. Within the split of this. So sense it as first they take you to the samsara, that first they take you to the world. You need to know how to use it. Purpose defined by intelligence. Direction of the energy which will flow through the senses. Who will decide? Intelligence.
It's actually shared from looking at movies, plays, I can at the same time see the people on the other. So, did you mean to say that if I can focus there, while I want to see the wider thing? That is, I will not be able to think it. And that,
You will not be able to think.
that is the situation.
That's what people are asking me. Which type of mind is struggling? So same, this is the way you senses properly. Listening. Now listen. You are listening my voice. I'm talking to you. I'm listening. Just for 1 second, 2 seconds. Find a permanent sound. Even the sound of a cricket, which is continuing its support. You got it? Background sound. Now talk to me. But don't leave that. Then you are a pure observer. Mind is not interfering. You are becoming a perfect listener. Now you can listen what I want to say, and we can comment. Yeah, that should be continuing, and then these words will go like a plane. This you can choose to be. And mind, stop. No anxiety, no worry, no tension, because role is finished. This ego-mind interaction, you are bypassing. Senses directly reporting to intelligence. Like they are connected. And we start to bypass the functions. So, this is meditation. But if you understand, now you started to learn to input, to pick up the words. Like you are here, please explain, please. No, but this is also a mudra. This is meditation. Meditation. In Bhairav Mudra, I'm sitting suppose, Eyes open, but I don't see anything. Nothing else. But to you, it looks like I'm staring at somebody. Many times people know why you are staring at me. I'm just looking. Not there, but they think I'm staring.
That's it. Instead of being calm, it's not calm, it's doing some work. This morning I was just standing there. I was just staring at the plan, thinking about something. Okay.
What I am saying that body has to function. It's just you need to have control over your hands, over your feet, so you can do yoga. Same way you can do meditation. You know, this is how I can stop my mind anytime. Not like file goes somewhere so fast. So fast it happens that doesn't take time. Doesn't it?
That is for out of the moment. That is
When intelligence comes to function, it starts to ascertain things, remove confusions.
what she meant was that I'm sitting here, something happened in my life, and I've lost track of this, and I'm thinking about that. Talk about maybe exactly what can you do.
Reporting and experience should be exact and accurate.
Actually, if something is complete, then it cannot come back. But
So I come to the point.
It's like regarding, as you said, for example, in my case, see, presently I'm in such a state that I can't control. My, like, see, whatever the thoughts are coming, whatever the things are coming. So can I go for guided meditation? Is my question.
Yes,
Is it,
permanently resolve the issue. You need to learn to know exactly what command you have given, what identity you are building. If you start to meditate, you start to look not for the permanent solution. These are temporary solutions. If you follow just for one day, next day it's gone. If you are moving towards a permanent solution, you will start to see on unconscious permanent ideas which you are holding about yourself. In out of 10 ideas, all you need or not. How much you need to function, that much you keep. So extra burden is gone. Once you remove from there, intelligence deciding that this idea is not me. So once it decided from there, all other work you don't have to do. Becomes less, you feel unburdened, you feel released. So you will work to the permanent solution, and then you will start to meditate, reflect what permanent identity are you want to get or not get. It's your decision. And you want to shape it. And with intelligence, you will see your importance, the meaning and purpose of life, why you were born. You will start to see that. So these questions becomes irrelevant which you are asking right now. Is this question, right? Because right now we are guessing about imagination and then comprehending, asking the question. If this, then if this, then if and this, then you can keep on continuing. Knowing exactly, coming to the same point. That's to begin. Here you can begin with your sense of this. And then your mind will not work. First of all, you will get some confidence. Okay, I can pinpoint, I can pick up, I can touch. Because that you stop, you can observe, you start to see intelligence. If this two will not, you will need.
When we were meditating, mind moving around, and you can see as soon as you observe it, you swing it back. It's paying attention to the cricket sound. Now it's there, stays for let's say, and then I wander somewhere else, from the thought house. And I again see that after 6 seconds, I realize that okay, I have wandered, and I bring my attention back to the sound. So is that how meditation has to?
This is the, if you want to be flexible, very nice example, like you are paying attention. First, meditation means somewhere you pay attention, some technique, breath, sound. Suppose crickets. If I don't want my mind to modify in any other, like memory, I listen and go behind this. You keep on moving to the background, behind this. That means then no point your mind is not getting any command. No. Other case, but Then we finish. Other case which is using vipassana or some breathing techniques and some other techniques. In this way, say, okay, or anybody has given you to meditate, mind distracted, come back again, and you again start. In 1 hour of meditation, 2 minutes you pay attention, and 58 minutes max. All This is not. This is influencing. Right? We need rigorous practice to fix the memory system, create discipline, to build a character. This is building a character, a sadhaka. The idea of sadhaka is also ego system. So ego of a sadhaka, ego of a meditator. So you are building a character and making changes in ego system through a practice, continuous practice of it. But if you want to be awakened immediately, so the same technique, doesn't matter which technique, whether it's vipassana or changing sleep, it's your choice. You choose it as a method of awareness. So if I start to choose that, okay, the cricket sound is sound to meditate. I meditate. After some time, I start to think. And then I remember to come back. So who reminded you? Who?
Intelligence.
Who?
Intelligence.
Awareness. This awareness. This is awareness. You have to evolve, cultivate this awareness. Like here, you are meditating, you reflecting, again you come back. Remember, oh, I was doing meditation. Awareness of absence. Awareness of presence is a positive one. This is awareness of absence. It's more deep. That will make you awaken. No, awareness is a different. You are aware of God.
Which part of the world is this? Which part of the world?
Awareness can be about everything. Well, first you learn where to put attention, observe, and be aware. And you will listen, and then you be aware. So positively, if you are inducing, inculcating, and developing a character, you don't pay attention to negative. And I was not. You coming to positive things, so you are inculcating a behavior pattern. You are conditioning your mind and body system with rigorous learning. You are building a character. You will build up a character in long time if you continue. That's a different one. But to be aware, and to be aware, you have to awareness about both. I was here and I was not here. My mind went somewhere else. So there is an awareness which is reminding you that your mind deflected. That's the main awareness.
What causes awareness? What causes awareness? Awareness जो आता है वो कहाँ से आता है?
से कैसे और क्या आपकी बोला मेडिटेशन में इंटेलिजेंस होता है माइंड अवेयरनेस कहाँ से आता है कैसे बताएं?
Practice. कोई भी चीज, Coca-Cola. Basically, anything you can choose as a practice of awareness, active awareness, you choose. What you are choosing, that's what I'm teaching you all the time. You choose your senses to develop your awareness and to be aware. Practice. You look at this flower, be aware of the whole world. Practice. The moment you do, you are aware. You are there, you are not. If you decide for 1 hour I will be, then in every hour you can use it 1 hour for your life. That's called meditation. Classical. And you choose the time, give your sign, give a technique, and practice it every day. This is how you will develop. That's what I'm saying. The attention, observation, awareness, and your senses. To cultivate all these things, you don't need anything else except your sense of hearing, smelling, watching, looking, observing, touching, sensing, feeling, tasting. With each senses, you follow up. Awareness point. If you are listening, and you are listening both, you will become out or you become conscious, whether you are conscious or not. Very simple. Don't think it's not a phenomenon. If you want to discuss, analyze, philosophize, you can do endless books. But matter of fact, it's very simple mind to understand. Very simple. Consciousness, practical, no definition, no philosophy. Very common sense which is useful. What is consciousness? Is giving you consciousness you cannot know. I think it's very difficult to know. But you can know conscious in relation to mind. That's phenomena you can be aware of. Consciousness relating to mind. Consciousness relates to mind, gives you first thing is where I am. Not who I am. That's ego. Where I am. Consciousness relating to mind. First thing, if you become conscious, means you become aware. This is consciousness. This is where we can learn how senses relate. Directly you cannot know what is intelligence. Abstract. What is you can relate? What is consciousness? What is God? Abstract. No point discussing. You can see the consciousness, but consciousness will relate to any of the components of the self, then we can do that. Then we can pay attention. Directly knowing is not easy. What is mind? Not easy. But functioning mind, and it's a function. So interrelationship, you get. Consciousness relating. What is consciousness? Very good. You ask a question, I serve you an experience. This is different. But to really grow, directly knowing not possible, but interrelationship. Through interrelationship, we start to grow in awareness, consciousness, intelligence, by just observing. The consciousness will relate to intelligence, consciousness will relate to ego, consciousness to mind, and consciousness to body. For you, the benefit is to grow consciousness relating to mind. That's to be aware. The moment it will relate to mind, where I am. Early morning you wake up. You are asleep, so you are not conscious. Somebody is observing you, say, not conscious, sleeping. And you wake up, first thing you will try to find out where I am. You come from Delhi or any place to this ashram. You sleep in the night. In the morning, you will think, my bathroom is same place. No? In your mind, idea design, your bathroom, washroom, balcony will be same place. And you can bump your head. If you are not conscious, you can be something else.
discussed a lot of complex things, so let me know if it's okay. One of us, we say, summarizes everything that we have got.
Using very simple language, maybe complex questions. Trying to simplify as much as possible.
If we can correct our understanding that all of us have same level of understanding. It's like, okay, we would like to
been trying to take over. What makes me very confused is that when I go back home and I'm getting up with my friends and all that. And maybe I'm going to get them to do that. Just begin. But what confuses is I need to start. If I don't come to understand what the soul is about. The intelligence and the conscious mind which can experience those to the law. Now with meditation, I think one example I perfectly could relate to, which is if you're looking to fix something, you point at that. Fix the problem. I think that's the function of when it comes to mind, it is very difficult to point at one because there are four parts. Number one, which outpace forward am I trying to fix?
No, you begin with your senses. That's where we begin exactly what we can pick, no confusion. So we begin with our senses and start to observe the phenomenon, what is happening inside. And then we start to observe understand the interplay. How consciousness, when relating to mind, what's happening. Then when we observe, you find out that consciousness relating to mind, and I am trying to find the answer of the question where I am. Where I am.
Mind will be doing a lot of things. Ego can also be a nice tool to take. Intelligence, of course.
Body also. Body.
What?
It can be
Now
also.
you need the fifth, which is the body. And the conscious. That's what our ultimate goal is to get as consciously connected with the power.
Consciousness is working. We are not aware. It's not that whether you be aware or not aware, consciousness is there. It will be there. You are not aware how it is functioning. That's aware. We are not aware what is the function, how consciousness is modifying, functioning, and what is its relating to body. Can it relate to body and pass the ego? Can I make a movement in my life where my ego is not there and this disturbing mind is not there? Can a movement is possible? Is there any movement possible that consciousness directly commanding the body and even removing the individual intelligence sound? There comes many possible in which you observe what's happening. What you can observe your own life, waking, dream, sleep, states of consciousness. And you start to work on consciousness, do not go in detail of the functioning of the mind. When you start to work on consciousness, you only work on different states of consciousness. And that is waking, dreaming, and sleep. So do not be confused what you are doing. Where you, what you can pick, that you work. Otherwise, you just imagine, I'm doing it. It's your imagination. If you cannot hold the bottle, and still I am doing something, it's my imagination that bottle is in my hand. It's actually not. So that's it's best to start with your sense. That's why I am introducing you. Because wherever you will go, you will carry your eyes. Wherever you will go, you will carry your tongue, your body, your ears. So you are not dependent. If you become expert in using, then you will start to see interpretation. But this consciousness, awareness, attention, you need to be able to see it, not to be confused with the world. So consciousness, repeating again, where are you? The moment you ask this question, you start to wake up. Where I am, physically, yes, I am here. But you can also ask this question in different way. Where I am. Where I am in the journey. That consciousness connecting to intelligence. Wake up. It's a wake up call. This question means now wake up call. Consciousness connected to intelligence. Where I am to your spiritual pilgrimage. That question will wake you up. You are waking up. You are intelligence. Directly touching the intelligence. To whomsoever it touches, person gets disturbed. It starts to run through ashrams, gurus, spiritual books, immediately. This question, where I am. Okay? Its consciousness will descend from intelligence to ego to define who I am. And what I am. What I can do, what I cannot do. Ego. What I can claim it's mine, what I cannot claim it's not mine. Ego. And that should be from if decision coming consciousness touching the intelligence. Where are you? Then you see in this time, where are you? Ego system. Consciousness touching to mind. Where I am in concrete physical address. Mind, time. What is the time? And where I am? So becoming aware of time and space, physical. That consciousness touch the mind. If it will not, you can be in coma. Person in coma for many years. Consciousness cannot connect to heart. Everything is functioning. Connection is lost. Could be the person aware of all the dreams of the but it's not connecting to mind. The person cannot sense what is the time and which place I am. Understand? I'm making it so simple and clear. Consciousness connecting to mind. It's different. So this way you will see that categorization in mind. This is mind, this is intelligence, this is body, this is. Then you can use it. This is classical. Classical. Right. They have asked so many questions, impossible to summarize.
Okay, I think it's better. Going all the so the problem statement is that we are not in harmony. We are
Because components are not
in harmony. The components that explain our body, mind, and one is essentially changing the mind by meditation, giving attention, keeping your mind like physical body, and using the attachment of a sense organ to be attentive towards it, focus all your attention towards it. And the moment you are able to focus your attention using a sense organ, you can pinpoint and locate whether you're moving inside or you are still attached to your ego, or looking at suffering, which is the samsara, which is the outside part of the process. So ego desire can be commanded to collect information, and hence you can't do meditation. Hence intelligence is important. And when we say intelligence, it means that I don't want to give any idea or any command through the exercise that you, there's no two exercises. So mind stops. And this is a style of living of giving. This style of living of command is not good. When we feed too much into our ego, when we feed too much into what you said, or the romanticism around it, then you are not enlightened. So sages say that you need to awaken, go deep inside you, use your intelligence to facilitate you, where you can understand Lila, I would Lila, observation, and inviting your intelligence to function. And that's where the meditation takes it. So self-awareness goes up, it triggers, it raises your consciousness, it fuels your knowledge. That's where you see joy and peace. And through intelligence, you can moderate your. So by raising your consciousness, you go beyond intelligence. You follow the path of Shakti. I mean, that's where you receive your Shakti. And reaching God is the other things. So essentially, oneness, I and you, I and this, and we merge to become, to observe the observer. You reach that stage. And meditation is nothing else but to sharpen your intelligence so that you can witness that joy, even if it is for microseconds. You said that it's a lifetime kind of thing. So pay attention, observe without any judgment, observe the phenomenon without any aim or any command. And that's where we can progress. A sadhak builds character using
Actually, very good. So many things, everybody asking questions from so many times. Please continue.
So basically, I think sadhak builds character, and that's what you are encouraging us. We want to harmonize our elements. That's why we are here for this retreat. So become a sadhak to practice of sadhana. Raise your consciousness level, and cultivate the awareness, and get back from this, get away from the distractions. So awareness of absence is even your intelligence. That's what.
So much is. I to summarize the whole thing. I say that looking at the self, whatever you do, you will build up a system. So no fight. And don't try to kill anyone if somebody says you you don't need to kill. So to understand the necessity of it, if you repeat an action every day, you are bound to build a connect. So that here, anybody coming in this spiritual world has to build the superior. The character of a seeker, sadhak, meditator, somewhere yogi, somewhere you have to bring an idea. That will be strengthened by your repeated action. And it's needed. This character is needed. You start to build it through meditation. In meditation, you can meditate on many levels. If you two ways of meditation, you want to bring a change in, you don't want to change. If you don't want to bring any change in, you do nothing. You only become conscious and of any movement which is taking place because you don't want to do it. So mind is moving, you are unconcerned, you don't want to do it. You do, it is still moving, it is not. You still do nothing. So if you don't want to do nothing, is the highest step. Instant enlightenment. But nobody is capable of performing. Very difficult. Doing something is easy. That's the easy part. So why not go for doing something? Doing something means you consciously deciding to bring a change in the system. Very simple. You are not satisfied with your body condition the way it is. You want some change. You are not satisfied with mind condition the way it is. You want to make some change. You want to make some changes. Ego system. So if you decide to make some ego system change, you need a technology. You cannot do it by yourself. You need a technology. You need to find a good guide and ask how to do it. You learn it, and you start to become professional. In that becoming professional, you learn the different way of communication to your own audience. Intelligence, consciousness is there, intelligence there, ego there, mind there, body there. And they can, by permutation and combination, they can create thousands of combinations. Sometimes one, sometimes two, sometimes three, each connecting to each other can give thousands of flavors of interconnectivity. And you observe the phenomenon, you say it's Leela. Consciously, you are observing the phenomena and don't want to change anything. Then, it's Leela. You are watching a movie in theater. If you want to change the scene while you are watching, you are in trouble. You are not enjoying it. This is not Leela. It becomes a serious matter for you. Because you are watching the movie or now you don't like the hero, you want to change the hero. If this is not like this, camera should be here, this should be there, that should not. No fun, no Leela, it's a serious matter. Same way, if we observe any phenomenon inside, closing the eye, and want to make change, it's a serious issue. If not, it's a So seeing as a Leela to closing the eyes is the highest meditation. Technique. You should be really accomplished to see it as a Leela. Because you can't stop without it. And you can't stop desiring to change. Then you enter into the realm of your sadhana. You still continue and build the character of a yogi, of a sadhana. And keep on this path. One day you will understand it and start to see it as a Leela. Right now you are very serious. Clear?
अभी का action point में आते हैं। First thing is that become an observer, so that you are aware of what's happening.
Observer, first decide where to put attention. The whole technique, if you don't know that I'm listening, watching like this, and at the same time I have to be immediately stop my mind within a second. So I choose any object to see, and at the same time I see all of you present here and sensing, but in a different language. Either I focus on you, sense you, or I sense everyone. Then I have to go not through the mind, because mind can be at one person at one time. I cannot sense all of you at the same time. Then I have to go differently, stopping the mind, and just become aware of all of you. Then if I am into that state, I am aware of all of your presence, not details, not Only your presence, I am technology. And sensing your presence, and that's it. Not using the mind. Only awareness. If I use the mind, I go in detail. Focused. Then I see what you are wearing white clothes. You are, but more and more details I provide because I am focusing and using my mind. If I'm looking at him, I'm not using my mind, I will not see anything. Slowly colors will fade out, no attention. But I will be aware of your presence, your energy. At the same time. So this way you can use your senses to develop awareness, be in the moment, mindfulness, or become an observer and do nothing and like not interfere. So any sense of it.
Sir, you're actually going to the right to be up and focus here. In repeating that practice so that you build a character.
You need to find out your weakness and strength. As a meditator, you enter in this. So what is your strength and what is your weakness? In doing meditation, which one is leading quickly to meditation and which one you are struggling. That is the weakness. Maybe you are struggling with your senses of you can't hear, listen. Many people can't listen. Many people cannot taste, cannot smell. But some, so your strength and weaknesses begin with strength. Be aware of I found it a very nice way of giving a lot of research, work, teaching people meditation, so many techniques of breath. Finally, I found this one is okay. In understanding, in practice, you first take guided meditation, support, and out of 5, anyone is anyone. So 24 hours you have a tool to be aware. And you cannot miss it. You will have it wherever. This gives you yes, I can control the mind, I can pick up the mind, I can make changes, I can decide not to make changes. So you come to the power and power. Independence. That's the quality, right? Meditation, empowerment, independence, confidence, freedom, less fear, more courage. The quality will start. The quality, awareness, empathy, love, concentration, focus, presence, one-pointedness. This quality will start. So through this quality, you get to know you are doing meditation. Whether you are developing this. Yeah. No, but we did it tomorrow morning, we will be complete. I give the background for you to practice. And your weakness and strength. And tomorrow morning, when we start, don't struggle. Appreciate your strength, keep on meditating. Not beat yourself that I am weak in this point. So everybody cannot be grasping 100%, but even 20% or 5 simple organs is enough. Don't try to get 100%. Be satisfied with 20% and that's it. So we conclude. Now, please. First, establish your pose. And use the sense of touch. Define your body. Just by touch. Fan, air. Feel. And let consciousness connecting with the mind. Where I am. And sense the body. To learn, just one thing. Consciousness connecting to mind. When it will connect, you start to sense where you are physically. And just observe this connection happening, disconnection, connection. And sense whatever you can sense, consciousness and mind. All the presence, physical presence. This we call mindfulness. Small particular of mindfulness. And when you start to feel like being frozen, you want to be into this frame of body long. If you come to this point, touch your thumb to index finger and lock the position. When you come to, I want to be in this state, lock. Very gentle, not too much force. Just to that much force which is needed to pick a grain of rice. Only that much force. You establish the asana and practicing your consciousness connecting, communicating with your mind, which gives you an idea, comprehension of the environment you are in, where you are. Now you can use your strength, sense. Maybe you see, so your pose is established. You are established in asana. And use your ear, sense of ear, in which my sound just coming in. This is nearby. Meditate on opposite to the sound which is very far away of you. A sound which is very far away. And still you are understanding my voice, my guidance, both together. You will keep on listening. A sound which is very distant. Over that, my sound, which is in this room, coming and going. If you want to be more deeper, so your asana established posture in one without movement, listening both the sound which is very far away and my sound. And your eyes are fully relaxed. With a desire not to see anything. You don't want to see anything. Just eyes on, eyeballs, but no desire to see. They will fix, relax, not move. Still, you feel tension in the eyes. It's moving left and right. Make it move consciously until it relaxes, stays. So clockwise, anti-clockwise, and infinite until it relaxes at the center. Now for today, this much, and you keep on observing. Let mind go to attach to any senses. Any senses, and keep on observing and playing with it. Stimulate. Stop.